Hey, how are you today? This morning I went for a run, and to get to the park where I was going to run, I had to go through the busy streets of the centre of Madrid. And I was just looking around at everyone sort of marching to and fro, feeling very important on their way to work, with their masks on, because in Spain it's obligatory to wear masks in the street. And as soon as I got to the park and I started running between the trees with the sun coming through, the leaves changing colour, everything very still, everything very calm, I really had a strong sense of this is the way it's meant to be. Not the sort of marching around with I need to do this, I need to do that, and I'm very important and my life is very whatever. And I remembered a poem that I wrote a couple of years ago in that same park in Madrid when I was looking around at what people were doing in the park. There was all sorts of different interesting activities going on. It's a massive park. Some people were doing yoga, some people were sort of doing acrobats or singing, playing the guitar, roller skating, like you name it. You walk around the park and you see it. And people don't feel embarrassed or they don't feel weird. It's almost like people become children again when they're in the park. They feel free, they feel more natural. And I just wondered, what would it be like if we did live our lives as if we were in a park rather than in a busy street marching around trying to get places all of the time? And I feel like the key to that is letting go of the outcomes that we want. I know that's easy to say, and it's not something that you can force. But if you're in more of a park mentality, where anything's possible and everything's going on, then it's suddenly not so important that things have to be exactly as you want them to be. You'll have moments where you're like, I really want that. But then that will go and you'll want other things. And 9 times out of 10, things don't seem to work out exactly as we want them to. Sometimes they're better, sometimes they're worse, but they're nearly always different. And then it changes again. But we're always okay. Even, for example, looking around at everyone walking around with their masks on, such a natural thing now, people don't even really think about it. And who would have said if we'd, at the beginning of last year, been told that this was going to happen, if we'd been sent a sort of screenshot of what it was going to look like, it's the apocalypse, and I'm not saying that it's not, it's not causing a lot of suffering for a lot of people. I'm just saying that we're okay and life goes on. And if we're in a park, then anything's possible, anything and everything's possible. And it's just a lot more fun to live like that. So I encourage you this week, I'm also applying the same to myself, to live in a park with that sort of the calmness of a tree, the beauty of a tree, the confidence of a tree, but also the possibility that comes from being able to move around the park and everything that it has to offer. Have a really good day, and I'll speak to you very soon.